Dude, you think they'll announce Bloodborne 2 at the Game Awards?
You know, every time there's any sort of event, I always have that hope, even though I know it's just cope.
Yep.
It's not hope, it's cope. But, you know, if Sony wasn't allergic to money,
they would do it. I don't know why. I don't know.
Unfortunately, they're definitely allergic to money. That's why they're probably going to announce yet another remaster of The Last of Us or Horizon.
That, or they're going to release another Concord and shut it down 2 weeks later.
To be fair, Concord kind of deserved to be shut down.
Yeah, it absolutely was completely uninspired.
I took one look at those character designs and I was like, yeah, this is the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen any set of characters that look so unbelievably bad in my entire life. Sony's like, we have too much money. I'm actually dying.
Right, wait till the Steam Machine comes out, then they will start dying. Have you seen anything about that too?
Yeah, a little bit.
It looks like well, obviously it looks, but like, I mean, it seems like it's gonna be pretty legit with, you know, Steam games are free to play online, so you don't have to pay a fucking subscription to play anything. So it's gonna be really nice.
The problem with that thing though is probably the price tag.
Oh yeah, people are guessing this is probably around $700 to $800. There hasn't been anything released yet, but with the Xbox Series X being $600, the extra 100 could be worth it for some people.
Well, nobody would buy Xbox anymore anyway, because now there's no point to.
But they're releasing Halo Combat
Evolved, whatever.
Combat Evolved is what it used to be called. Combat.
I don't remember.
God, what was that called? I can't remember. But anyway, the new Combat game, basically the remake of Halo 1. They put that on the PlayStation 5. So it's like, what is the point of buying a Series X now?
It's literally none, because they were like, we want to let people have Xbox games on all consoles so they can enjoy it. And it's like, okay, that's fine. You're now giving less of a reason for people to buy your console, but whatever. And they were like, no, it's fine. We still have Game Pass. People love Game Pass. Let's crank up the price on it, like by 50%. And then their website crashed because people were trying to unsubscribe to Game Pass.
Yeah, they tried to change too much with Game Pass, and people didn't like it. I think it was just the price of it too.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. You can still play Game Pass, but you can play it for free as long as you have ads.
Yeah, dude. You say Sony's allergic to money. Fucking Xbox is lactose intolerant to money, dude. It's insane.
As soon as I heard that, like, free with ads, I was like, we are in the darkest timeline.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. And Game Pass is sometimes not good for video games. Look at, what was that fucking game that like got nominated for Game of the Year? Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush. Insanely good game, from what I understand. And they still shut down the studio, even though it did well. What the fuck are we doing? They don't make any fucking sense. No, games don't make any sense, man. The indie market's where it really is at.
Yeah, I think Sony's allergic to money. I think Microsoft is just suicidal.
That's so true, though.
Like every decision they make is just like throwing everything they've built into the dumpster. Like, they are willingly doing it. Sony at least is like not willingly throwing their lives away. They just don't capitalize on fucking anything. They're at least still trying to do some form of business. They're just not making the right decisions. Xbox actually wants to die. Like, it wants itself to die.
It's crazy too, because, you know, Microsoft is such a huge company that if Xbox doesn't do well, it doesn't really affect Microsoft by that much. So it's just like, why even, if you're not gonna try, then why even bother? The fucking current state of the gaming world is in flames, and that's why we should just stick to indie games.
Yeah, just I swear you will be doubled down on that whenever you play Expedition 33. That is one of the best games ever. Like, unironically, one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. Small French studio, and half the people working on it had never worked in video games before.
That's so crazy.
Like, like music guy they found online.
I could be wrong about this. I just know about this first part. But the people who made Dispatch were originally on Ubisoft. They left Ubisoft to create their own game studio to make Dispatch. I think it might have been the same thing for Expedition 33. I might be getting it mixed up with another game. But it's crazy though that if it was Expedition 33, that two very good games, Dispatch and Expedition 33, were made by developers that were originally part of Ubisoft. Because Ubisoft, nobody wants to even talk about Ubisoft because they're also off the fucking rails.
I was gonna say the reason why the big companies suck right now and the indie ones are great is because the big company for business, so they're doing what makes the best business decision, but not the best entertainment, and that's the business they're in, is entertainment.
Yep, and like that's really what it is. They look at what other games have done that's been successful. They just try to copy it, and then when they fail because they don't understand why it was successful, they're like, "Well, we'll just shut everything down." People lose jobs, and we get mediocre games because these guys in suits don't know what the fuck they're doing. Unlike
Meanwhile,
me,
the people like Larian Studios who made Baldur's Gate 3, they just wanted to make the best game possible, and they fucking did. They made one of the greatest games of all time.
Yep. You had people when Baldur's Gate 3 came out. You had people like other game studios like, by the way, we can't do that, so don't expect us to do something like that. It's like, yeah, we wouldn't really expect anyone else to do it, so it would be kind of annoying everybody try to be a Baldur's Gate 3.
And the fact that Larian Studios started on DLC to make more money for Baldur's Gate 3, and then they stopped because they weren't feeling it. They weren't enjoying making the game. They didn't feel like it would add to the game enough. Like, they thought it would take down, lesser the experience of the game. And turning down literally free money because you want to make the game the best it could be is crazy.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you the people who are in charge there. Unlike if it was made by anyone else, theoretically, they would be pushing for mediocre DLC that just kind of ruins the overall game experience. So,
yeah,
prefer that over, the latter, what I just said. So, it sucks that we won't get story DLC for Baldur's Gate 3, but if it's going to be mediocre, then we shouldn't get it in the first place.
It doesn't need it.
It doesn't. There's so much to do in that game already. And that's why it's going to take us 10 years to beat it.
It won't take as long because it just needs to be you and me. We don't have to worry about Khan because he's not playing with us.
I just remember the first time we played Baldur's Gate 3. It was off stream. We were just hanging out. Me, you, and Khan. Y'all killed me. Left me for dead for 20 minutes. I was like, this game sucks. But, well, that was a fun little conversation we had. Did you know I made a second YouTube channel?
Who cares, dude?
This might go in the second channel. I'm just saying. What are your words you want to put in the second channel right now? What do you want to say to the viewers watching?
I would say that you don't have enough subscribers to warrant a second channel. You don't have enough subscribers to warrant a first channel.
And that's why we should start subscribing to the second channel.
Yep.
Throw up that fucking animation to subscribe right now, guys. You could do it. You could be the 7th subscriber, or the 8th subscriber, or the 9th subscriber. Think about it.